Okay, just a minute. First, excuse my video quality. My video quality is a hot mess, so I want to excuse my video quality. But I wanted to do something different today. Um, I wish that I was in the. Sorry, I have something in my eye. I wish I was. Um, I wish I was in. Oh, thank you. I wish I was in the situation to where I could do the uh hello. Oh yeah, I wish I was in a position to do like the screen on screen, but I have, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I have something in my eye. It's really, 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 really aggravating me right now. But I really wish I was in a position where I could do the screen on screen. But you know, they only offer that for gaming. But anyway, so you guys know I'm very upfront, I'm very blunt, and everything I'm going to say today, I'm saying it with respect. I've had several conversations in the last couple of days, and people look to me, and for advice. Okay, I just got a notification that YouTube was using uh my what does it say? Live streaming. YouTube Studio is using your camera and microphone. Well, duh. No, but anyway, so we're gonna get into this video, and like I said, my disclaimer is, um, and I'm not being mean, but to you that are really sensitive and always think something is about you or not about you or this or that, I am a blunt. This is my page, so I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna talk about whatever it is that I feel as though I need to talk about or things. Sometimes people ask me to come on here and talk about certain things. My video quality really sucks today. But so I'm just going to make that disclaimer. I am not talking about any one particular person. This may or anything that I talk about today may or may not have to do with my actual life. So I just want to make that clear. So I titled my video, adult things, I think, and the things that people won't say. And I have a few things here that myself and Mr. Jones, Jamal Jones, we were just talking about, right? Yesterday. Um, also, um, um, other stuff too. I'm sorry. I'm answering my sister back. Anyway, so one of the, like I said, all due respect, one of the things I wanted to talk about is um, I'm going to the video. I'm going to go into this video. I'm going to go into the, like, again, disclaimer for you guys that are just joining. Disclaimer is, um, I'm not talking to this, what I'm talking about today may or may not be about my life. First disclaimer. Second disclaimer is for those of you, hello, sweetie. For those of you that are sensitive, I suggest that you not even watch. Whatever, I'm gonna get into this video. So I wanted to talk about how hard it is to date or how hard it isn't to date. Because I told you guys before, I don't think it's hard to date. I think people make it hard. But then I got to thinking after conversating with Jamal and other people that I could see where it could dating could be hard. And before I get into why it could be hard, let me just say this, and I'm saying this from experience. Um, sometimes when we're seeking people, we're not knowing what frame of mind people are in, or if they've come out of a bad situation or come out of a marriage, or whatever it is. That's why I always tell people to proceed with caution. And if you are coming out of a bad relationship, marriage, or situation, or whatever, to try to take time for yourself. Because I already told everybody, um, one day at a time. I am the type of person, one day at a time. And um, no disrespect to my family, which is the LGBT community, but the LGBT community or whatever has a tendency of, we talked about this before. Um, you meet somebody on Wednesday and you're in a full blown relationship on Friday. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You have to take your time and get to know people, hang out with people, talk to people, text people. Um, Stop doing that. It doesn't. I noticed that a lot in like a LGBT community. You meet on Wednesday and your relationship on Friday. For me, it doesn't work that way. I'm one step, one day at a time, and I am that a way too because I have children. So I have to be very cautious. Right, very cautious about who I bring around my children. No matter how old your children are, you guys, be careful who you bring around your children. I'm going to say this too, and this might sound like mean or disrespectful. Not everyone is deserving to meet your children, and I've learned that the hard way. Not everyone is deserving to meet your children. Um, so we have to be very cautious who we bring around our children at any age. And we talked. I talked about a little bit about this yesterday when I was telling you guys about a friend of mine telling me that she met a guy who was just like sex crazy. Now, there's absolutely actually nothing wrong with people that are like very sexually active and want to be intimate. But for me, when you have children, and nowadays, it does not matter if you have girls or you have boys. Um, Watch people around your children. When you have someone that has this, I don't know, because it's hard to talk about this because you have people, that are very highly, sexually active that, are okay. And they know that, that they're supposed to be with adults. But then you have other people where you are highly, I'll just say sex crazed, that you are like, wow, should I have to worry about this person near my, children? Like, what if I'm not home one day and I have to run out? Because you hear stories about that. From me and a friend of mine talked about this last night. Well, you've heard stories about people being in relationships and, even getting married. And I'll just talk about people getting married where, the wife goes away or, entrusting her husband with her kids and come to find out that those 3 days that she was away, that her husband was molesting her children, um, or whatever, because she wasn't available. And I will kill a motherfucker. Let me just tell you, I would absolutely kill someone. And like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're a boy or girl. You have to watch people. You know, you just got to watch people. But anyway, so so that's the one thing. I want to talk real quick about how people set themselves up. I've done this before too. And what I mean by setting yourself up is we have to. I know that when we're meeting people, we get so excited and we're like, oh my God, I met this person. I really like them. They seem like they're really, really cool. But we have to learn to kind of, slow down again, one day at a time. Because, example, sometimes people will meet people and you'll get it, like I said, get excited and all this other stuff. But you can meet someone and not to say that you're not a bad person. It's not to say that you're not worth dating, but you can meet someone where you might connect with them like that, but they might not connect with you. And because you're so anxious and you're so happy and all this other, like they say, nose open stuff, you are, you know, you're just in awe with them. And it comes to a point to where, the person might even have said to you, I really like you, but, I think we should just be friends right now. This is this. But you don't hear that. What you heard was, I really like you. So you're, and like I said, all due respect, you're throwing yourself on people, not in a bad way, but you're overextending yourself. You're, trying to overcompensate. And, um, you know, and weeks go by, months go by, and you're like, tag, I've done all this stuff for this person. I've, done this for them. I've paid a bill for them. I've, helped their children out and this, but they still don't want to be with me. I'm sorry, newsflash. Sometimes it be like that. And it's not that you're a bad person or this, and this. And it's nothing wrong with doing anything nice for people. But let me tell you guys this: when you're doing something for somebody, always do it from the heart. Don't do it with the intent of being in a relationship or the intent of, getting, some nookie or whatever it is. Don't do it from your heart. And I see that happening a lot. Like I said, I've done that before. Talk to somebody, was excited about somebody, even though, the person might have even showed me that, maybe they weren't, attracted to me like that, or, or even told me, I don't, you know, I just want to be friends right now. But I just was so excited and so happy that I did this, and I started spending my money, and I started doing this and this and this. And, a couple months later, they were either with someone else. I'm just like, they used me. No, they didn't use you. You're not being used. And I need you guys to stop feeling that, because I listen to people talk sometimes, and I hear people say, I did this for her and I did this for him and I bought their kids this, and this. First of all, nobody told you to do that. That's the raw truth. And you guys know how I am. I keep it 1,000. I keep it 100. No one told you to do that, first of all. It was nice that you did that, but no one told you to do that. And then sometimes you guys go a little bit further and you say, well, they accepted the gift. Come on now, let's be real. Who's not going to accept a gift? Who's not going to accept help with their bills? Who's not going to accept, little Mikey been wanting a tricycle for 3 or 4 years, and for whatever reason you were unable. Well, a gift is a gift. Let's be clear about this. Stop this shit. A gift is a gift. If you're going to gift someone with something, don't gift it with intent of, getting somewhere with someone, being in a relationship with someone, or this is this, because that's how you set yourself up. I'm sorry, but you're setting yourself up like that. And I'm so sick of hearing people come back and say, I did A, B, and C for somebody, and they wouldn't even give me the time of day, or I did A, B, and C for somebody, and they still don't want to be with me, this, and this. Especially when the person has specifically told you, I just want to be friends. I just want to see where it goes, A, B, and C. And I understand that, people are going to get excited, and, and have, but we got to pump, like they say, pump the brakes, slow the heck down, and stop setting yourself up. Because I'm so sick of people talking about they were used. Even if you're dating someone that you feel as though this person is like not really sincere, or maybe they might have stepped out on you or whatever like that. Um, if you gifted them with something, it shouldn't matter. And I know this is easier said than done. It shouldn't matter what the outcome was. A gift is a gift. And when you're gifting someone, when you're giving someone something, it should always purely be from the heart. So we have to stop setting ourselves up. We have to, stop being so sensitive about everything. Stop thinking just because someone said they want to, one day at a time, that it's just, what's wrong with me? What did I do? Nothing. You have respect. Respect yourself enough to respect the other person. Like sometimes it's just bees like that. We meet people and might not be mutual. So we got to stop setting ourselves up and have respect for ourselves, and have respect for the other person, that, they just might not feel the same way that you feel. And that's just how it is. So that's the first thing. We got to stop setting ourselves up. Um, the other thing, this is the main thing I want to talk about, and this is probably going to ruffle some feathers, and people probably going to get in their feelings, but I really don't care. I am the one who's going to say things that people um, don't are afraid to say. And like I said, when I came on here, it's not to be disrespectful to anybody. It's just to keep it a whole 100. So just give me a second. I had to move my thing. So what would I wanted to talk about first? Because there's so much to it. I always say, always be willing to compromise, but never settle. What I mean by that is we talked about this the other day. Remember, I told you guys to write down 5 things that you know that you need to have healthy relationships and friendships. Stuff that's a like what do they say? A deal breaker. Um, Such as a person not being able to communicate. Deal breaker. A person who's always, you know, um, every time you try to come to them and talk to them, they're offended, or they throw this big old pity party. Deal breaker. Um, I want to talk about settling, and I know it's really hard. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm sitting on a stool right now because I've moved my chair, and just not comfortable. Anyway, so anyway, okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to do something real quick. Um, Settling. Stop settling. Last couple of days, I had the opportunity to talk to several different people, just in life, in general, friends, people I haven't talked to in a while, and I hear the stuff that people say, and I feel you, and I hear you. I am not in a space in my life where I'm willing, thank you, to settle anymore, ever. And what I mean by settling is if you know that you like something and you meet somebody that you really, really like and they don't like that too, it's okay. I'm not in the space to where there's certain things that I'm going to settle on. I'm willing to give up. Um, for example, how do I say this? Because we just had to talk about this. Um, Say you, and it could be simple things, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the things that you know that you need in your relationship to have a successful functioning relationships. And people don't go this deep. Say that you like bowling. You really, 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 really like bowling. I mean, you really like, and you acquire someone who really likes bowling too. You acquire someone who you want to go bowling with, someone that you want to, or you like fishing. You really, 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 really like fishing. So you want to acquire someone who really, really likes to go fishing. Stuff like that, even to the point where anything we can, get a little deeper. But you meet somebody and you really like somebody, but you really, really, really like to go fishing, and you really, really want to date somebody or be with somebody that really, really, really likes to go fishing. My personal advice is find that person that really, really, really wants to go fishing with you. Like, I learned the hard way. There are certain things that I need in my life that are important to me. This is another thing. Because I sometimes people say, Kim, you're so nonchalant, you're so humble, you act like you don't have any feelings, or this is this. It's not that. It's that I'm a very observant woman. I observe things. I listen to what people say, because for me, I say this in every one of my videos. The importance to me moving forward is to find someone, and I'm not going to say that I'm looking, but I'm just saying, because I'm working on myself right now, one day at a time. So take it how you want to take it, whatever, whatever. But the importance to me is to find someone who is equally meshed. I actually like to go fishing, so it would be nice to find someone that likes to go fishing. I like to go camping, so it would be great to find someone that likes to go camping. These are the things that I like. So let me get into the nitty gritty. And again, remember, Jamal, this is what prompted this video. And I do have your permission, Jamal, to talk about this, right? About the conversation that we had on the phone, yesterday, day before yesterday. I want to make sure that I have your permission to talk about this. So just want to make sure or whatever like that. I'm sorry, you guys. I think I picked up something when I took my kids to the hospital. Okay, so he says, yeah. So the other day, Jamal and I had a phone conversation. He was talking about how he had met someone, and the person, the young lady, they were just talking about just life in general. They were talking about things they like, things that they didn't like, and the subject of sex came up. And the young lady, he said to him, they were just talking about, because let me tell you guys something, and it gets back to what I was talking about in the beginning. how some conversations need to be established. If you're talking to someone and they only want to talk about sex and they talk about how they need it and this is this, don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But again, be cautious um, with people like that um, around your children. Anyways, talking to me and the topic of sex comes up and he asked her, well, how do you feel about intimacy? And she said, I like it, but sex ain't everything. Now, that's where the settling comes in. And I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. And what did you say to me, Jamal? You were turned off when she said that because intimacy is very important to you. I personally will be turned off too. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not a funny story, but I'm going to tell you guys a story. That happened to me too. Um, Years ago, I met someone, and this person was like, look at me, I'm very transparent. This person was like, we were just talking and talk, about intimacy, because there's conversations that you should have as adults with the person. And this person said to me, what did this person say to me? We were just talking about, intimateness, this. And this person said, um, my ex-girlfriend was mad because we only were intimate like maybe 2 times a week. And I was like, what? To each their own. And this is why conversations have to be established. And I'm going to be honest with you. When that person said that to me, I was like, I think it was worse than that. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow she'd be lucky if she get it twice a week. If that's your personal preference and you're not an intimate person or a sexually active person, that is your business. But don't be offended because you meet someone and intimacy uh, is important to them. Okay, thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Um, yeah, um, don't be upset. Me personally, Jamal, I feel what you're saying. That is a turn off to me. Sex ain't everything. You lucky if you get it twice a week because intimacy is very important to me. So I would hearing someone say that because I've actually heard someone say that. Um, Me personally, I know that that's not a person that I could deal with because intimacy. I'm going to keep it real. It's very important to me. Um, and it's important to me, not on a flesh level, but it's just, it is important to me. And I'm going to read something to you guys, which you guys, oh God, I think I deleted it. Oh no. Um, Let me see. I think I deleted it, but I have an app on my phone that's called Lunar, and it asks you different questions every day. It asks me like, "How are you feeling? Did you run today? Did you exercise today?" Well, one of the questions on the app is were you sexually active today? I always press no. So with me pressing no, I got this. So when you get done with the app, right, it's something called analyze your logs or whatever. Logging in, like I said, it asks me if I have any of these symptoms, fatigue, this, all this other stuff. But like I said, it asks me, the app asks me, it bluntly asks me, did you have sex today? So I always press no because I have not. So it always comes up that it told me that I was in risk of cardiovascular disease because I was not sexually active. And I was like, who would have thought? Who would have thought? And as Christians, and we're, trying to do the right thing and trying not to shack up and, you know, have sex outside of, a marriage and this and this. It's a very, very hard. The struggle is real. But again, like I said, Jamal, I feel you, brother. That would be a turn off to me because that's intimacy is important to me. So for a person to say to me, like the young lady said to you, "Oh, sex ain't everything," you'd be lucky if you get it twice a week. Uh, we couldn't be together. I'm sorry. And then you know what makes it even worse, as you said too, because yes, I have permission to talk about this. He was telling me how the young lady, when he talked to her and said, well, I'm a very intimate person. I'm a very sexual person. Intimacy, is important to me. And you have the right to want to be intimate. Like I said, someone telling me, oh, sex ain't everything, and you are lucky if you, that would be eternal total talk to me. So, oh well. Um, but really, really makes me mad because this has happened to me too before, as it did you, Jamal. When a person what's the word I want to use? Like go over what they said. No, no, no. I didn't mean it like that. You meant it exactly how you said it, especially if a person says it two or three times. And like Jamal explained, the young lady said it over and over. They had other conversations where something similar might have came up. And this young lady felt the need to say, oh, sex ain't everything. This, and this. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you feel that way, there's absolutely nothing wrong with feeling that sex is not everything, and there's other things, because that's true. Oh, for real? Yeah. Like I said, you guys know I'm transparent and I keep it a whole 100. I ain't gonna lie, you couldn't have said that to me. Intimacy is very important to me, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna. Lucky if I get it twice a week. Bye, Felicia. By Judy, by whoever. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, to each their own. Stop settling. That's when people start cheating and being unfaithful, getting in a relationship because they really, really like this person, but you're settling for the things that you know that you need to have a successful um, relationship. And yes, intimacy, sex could be um, one of those things. Right. Okay. And I love a person that can keep it real. But I'm gonna tell you guys, sometimes people do it too. They'll be like, well, because they don't want you to think that that's all they're looking for. So they'll say, oh, sex ain't nothing, this, and this. And really, they just as need just as much intimacy as you. So like start being transparent, start keeping it real. And like I was saying, it's funny when a person says that and then they try to um you know to wipe over what they say. Oh, I didn't mean it like that, and you meant it exactly how you said it, and I took note of that. I heard you, I hear you. That's fine. I'm not saying you know this is something that has happened to me or whatever. I'm, speaking on Mr. Jones is something that, we talked about. But so my advice to you, Mr. Jones, is if you're looking for a young lady who enjoys intimacy and sex as much as you do, and we're not going to say sex, we're going to say intimacy. We're going to use grown people, adult talk, grown people's word, intimacy. Because for real, intimacy doesn't always have to do with um, engaging in sexual activity. Intimacy could be kissing. Intimacy could be just, you know, touching each other. There's different forms of intimacy. And my advice to you, Mr. Jones, is don't settle. If she said that a couple times to you, oh, sex ain't everything. This, and this. She mean it. And like she said, you'd be lucky if you get it twice a week or whatever. Leave that alone. The importance of finding someone equally yoked is important. Um, Very transparent. So moving on from that, let's talk about, and I talked about this a little bit a minute ago about people who overextend themselves in friendships and relationships. And what I mean by that is, like I said earlier, you know, oh, and it's really hard because some people really do stuff because they really want to do it. But I found lately that a lot of times people feel as though if I do A, B, and C, this person will really like me. He or she will really like me, and they'll really give me a chance. And da 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 da. And this, and this. The person tells you, you know, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And I'm not trying to be mean. It ain't gonna happen. We gotta stop getting our little feelings. What's wrong with me? Did I do something that's not you? Respect the person. Respect what the person. See, this is my thing too. A person can say to you, I just want to be friends right now. Just hang out and laugh and, text and conversate and, see where this goes. Listen to that keyword, see where this goes. We have to stop being so in our feelings and getting all caught up with being rejected, because I've had situations where I've said that. I'm working on me. Let's just hang out. This. Um, as soon as 2 or 3 months later, I'm just like, okay, I really like this person. I'm really ready to maybe, like step it up a little bit. So we got to start acting like adults about things and stop getting in our feelings and stop trying, just taking everything, you know, to, being offensive about everything, and just start acting like adults and like really have, excuse me, good conversations and adult conversations about just everything about life, and, you know, things that are important to you. Um, and it's okay, like I said, to compromise, because you're not going to meet someone that likes everything that you like. And you're not going to meet someone who has all the things on your little checklist or whatever it is. So, like I said, always be willing to compromise, but never, ever, ever, um, never, ever settle. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Um, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just give me a second, because I want to talk about. I want to say, yeah, basically what I want to say is, I had to answer something real quick. Yeah, just stop, have conversation, have healthy conversation. Listen to understand. Listen to get more information. Um, you know, um, just listen to listen. Don't, oh my God, he said this or he said that, because at the end of the day, people are allowed to feel the way they feel. A person is allowed to say, sex ain't everything, but it is up to you to decide if you want to deal with that when you know that you are very, that intimacy is important to you. It's okay to say, oh, I'm not into, going to the movies. I'd rather take in a movie at home. But you know that you're a movie buff and you like going to the movies. That's been your thing. You like going to the movies every Friday or Saturday, but that person doesn't like it. It's okay to say, well, this is something that I really like. This is something that really, keeps my, and that's the other thing too. Um, Keeps your vibrations. It's so important to have high vibrations, have positive vibrations, positive thinking and all that other stuff. So these are some things that that what they call raise your vibrations and raise your positive thinking, someone that you can go to the movies with every Friday. Because I actually years ago, over 10, 15 years ago, I had a friend named Earl. And that was my movie buddy. Like every Friday or Saturday, me and Earl got together and we went to the movie. It was the coolest friendship ever. We literally, and oh my God, I got to reach out to Earl. I haven't talked to him in about 10 years, but um, we literally, he would come to my house because I was living in DC at the time. This is so funny. And he would bring me chicken wings with mumbo sauce and either French fries or fried rice, because he knew that was my thing. Um, so he would bring me my chicken wings, whatever, down, and then we'd go to the movies, and then we'd have so much fun, and that would be it. And it was weird because we wouldn't even talk after that. But he'd hit me up, or I hit him up, hey, friend, we going to the movies Friday, Saturday. That raised my vibrations. That was like super cool. Like we're all different. We all have things that make us, that raise our vibrations. That we know that help us get through life, help us manage, like even the most simple simplest things, like I said, um, uh, I'm sorry. I think my child's school was trying to contact me, so I'm not going to hold you up, guys, up because I got to answer a phone call. But yeah, we all have different things that we like. We all have things that we're willing to compromise on. But I stress to you guys each and every day the importance of finding, not settling, and making sure that you know what you need to have a healthy relationship. Like I told you guys the other day, I love seafood. I've dated people that are allergic to seafood, that I can't eat seafood. And I know this sounds really, really petty. I know this sounds like really, really mean. Oh, you're welcome. But I'd rather date someone that I can eat seafood with. Like I really like seafood, and I really would love to like every Friday or Saturday where I could sit down and we can have crab cakes and shrimps and all of that stuff. I ain't gonna lie, that's important to me. I'd rather not date someone that I can't have a seafood boil with. That's just that eating seafood and talking about it and this. It's I'm not gonna say it does something for me, but it makes me happy. And that's what life is about. Life is about being just like happy and prosperous and abundant and kind and nice and generous. Some of this sounds like, oh my gosh, she's so petty. She wouldn't date somebody she couldn't eat seafood with. Mm-mm. I'm not saying that I won't because I have, but I prefer not to because that's something that I really, really like. So when you really, really like something, my personal advice is don't settle on it. You really, really like being intimate, then you find somebody that really, really likes being intimate too. You really, really like going to the movies, and that's been your thing or not. Find somebody that really likes going to the movies too. Um, you know, are, going to church, and then you're thinking about getting married and you've gone to church and that's where you go every Sunday or Saturday and you meet someone who's not in faith or who doesn't want to go to church. Deal breaker. Deal breaker. Y'all let that be a deal breaker. Don't break your habit with God. See, always get back to God. Always get back to the source. Don't ever allow anyone to um, break your habits when it comes to God. Don't ever date somebody. Okay. Don't ever, that praise and worship is important to you. Find somebody that is important to you too. I'm just, I'm only speaking on advice because I've been in situations where I've dated people. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I'm like, okay, okay, but I was always willing to do whatever it is. And there was things that they would like, I did not like, but because of the kind of person I was, I would do it anyway. And there's nothing wrong with, like I said, compromising. But for someone, just what I'm saying is, I stress the point of really think about this. What do you need to have successful relationships? What do you need to have successful friendships? Even in friendships, you want somebody, you can go get your nails done. Oh, I don't get my nails done. And that's fine, but again, I'm going to stress to you all, it is important in life. I know it is for me to have friends and to be in a relationship with some people that just acquire the same qualities. Again, even in friendship, somebody, you know, um, you know, anything, someone you can say, hey girl, we gonna get together, have ladies night every Thursday, and for you young fellas, you can go to Fast Eddie's every Saturday or whatever, because socializing is good for the heart. Socializing is good for the spirit. Socializing is imperative. A lot of people fail to realize that, but socializing is imperative. And for the last, I want to say, week or so, I have been going through it. Like, my babies have been sick, and I have one that has pneumonia, and she's still hacking and coughing. She's doing a little better, but I haven't really been able to socialize like I want to. And then I got this ghetto old phone. Y'all know I no longer, and I'm gonna keep it real, I no longer have a cell phone plan. I'm actually using okay, I'm actually using an app, um, that I use. So sometimes, the app that I use to make phone calls is over Wi-Fi. So sometimes, and I told you guys this before, if I don't answer the phone, I don't intentionally not answer the phone, because y'all see now I like I like to talk, and I love phone calls, and I love hearing from people. I love to hear how you guys are doing. So I make this disclaimer again: if I don't answer my phone, either I'm in worship, or I'm dealing with my babies, or I just naturally really did not hear the phone. There's times when my phone will ring, and I'll well not ring. I'll have it in my hand, and it'll be like missed call. Missed call. And I'm like, but I was just holding the phone. The phone never rang. Or I'll be on YouTube, like on my phone, and for some reason it won't allow my phone to ring. So that's that disclaimer that I had to get out the way. But I'm gonna let you guys go because I have to answer a phone call. Someone left me a voicemail. I think it's from a doctor's office. Someone left me a voicemail, and I want to give a big, 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 big thank you to my new subscribers. To my old subscribers, I want to give a special thank you to my wall watchers. A special thank you to my haters, because we all have some, even though we do our best. We all have some. They say if you don't have haters, you're not popping. But anyway, I want to thank you guys, like I say all the time, for taking the time out of whatever, taking the time out of not feeling well, or taking the time out being at work, just taking the time out to sit here with me 40 minutes. Thank you so much. Your support is everything to me. I would ask that you give my video a thumbs up. And I wanted to let you guys know that, again, your support is everything to me. I love you guys for real. Keep loving, keep being kind, keep being nice, keep being generous, keep doing things from your heart. Stop settling. Be willing to compromise, but not settle. Again, write down 5 things that you know that you need to have a successful relationship and successful friendships. Don't settle for nothing. It is very important that we keep our vibrations positive and high. It is very important that we try to raise our vibrations as much as we can. And vibrations as in spirits. Keep, smiling, have a good conversation with people, um, even some might maybe a food that you might enjoy or something like that. Keep your vibrations high. That's just what I want to say to you guys. And anybody that took offense to this video, that's your problem, not mine. But I love you guys for real. You guys have an awesome day. Um, a also awesome day. I'm going to leave my contact information like I always, which is my email. So if anybody has any questions or need any advice, I'm always available. And remember, if I don't answer my phone, I don't do it, intentionally not answer my phone. I'm just busy with my babies on worship or something like that. But I love you guys, for real. Have a blessed day. I had to make sure that email was right. You guys have a blessed day, and I love you. A big kiss and a virtual hug from Kimmy. I love you guys. Thank you for